Cancer, welcome to June. Cancer, you're moving into a really lucky period here. That's because Jupiter, the planet of luck and blessings, is moving into your sign on June 9th. And you get it there for 1 year. It's going to stay there till June 1st of 2026. This is a big deal. Now, I've been thinking a lot about Jupiter because I'm a Gemini moon, and I've been thinking about Jupiter's been in Gemini for the past year. And I was thinking, boy, this past year wasn't as lucky as you would think it would be with Jupiter in my sign. But I think that's because Jupiter is in detriment in the sign of Gemini, not its best placement. And also, Gemini is right across from Sagittarius, which Jupiter rules. So it's kind of opposite itself. And also, we were through a Venus retrograde for many months last year. I really think that we didn't really get the full effect of the blessings that Jupiter can bring. But now that it's moving into Cancer, I'm a Cancer rising, so I'm very excited about this. Now that it's moving into Cancer, Cancer is considered to be the sign of exaltation, the best placement that Jupiter could be in. So this is going to be great. This is going to bring a lot of harmony. Remember, Cancer is a sign of nurturing. It's a sign of the mother. It's a sign of the home. So for me, I was like, okay, I'm going to get that kitchen done that I've been wanting to get done for years. That's the kind of things that are coming to mind, that there's going to be luck, growth, and expansion in those nurturing matters. This is considered a really fertile placement. So if you're looking to have babies and you're a Cancer rising, sun or moon, this is a time. If you're not looking for babies like me, maybe you just want your plans to grow, to take seed. Okay. So this is a great time for that. Now the sun moves into the sign of Cancer on June 20th until July 22nd. So this is a power time for you with the sun shining on your Cancer placement. You're going to have a square with Saturn and Neptune in the cardinal sign of Aries. It just moved in recently. And you're a cardinal sign, Cancer, so that makes a square a 90-degree angle. So it's a little bit more of a challenge, okay? But I think you're going to be too busy with the harmony and peace that Jupiter brings to be too worried about that. You're also going to have a sextile going on. Sextile is a smooth, harmonious aspect, and you have that with Venus in the sign of Taurus from June 6th to July 4th, and also with Mars in the sign of Leo until June 17th. And then Mercury, the communicator, from June 26th to 2. So there's a lot here. There's a lot of greatness here. There's a lot of smooth energy for you. Just make sure that with the square with Saturn and Neptune, make sure that the square with Neptune, that you're, taking downtime and that you're reflecting and you're processing and you're looking at karmic cycles. And make sure with Saturn that you're staying up with your responsibilities, okay? Or else they're going to kind of hit you. Now, you have a new moon in Cancer this month on June 25th, a 4-degree new moon in Cancer, 6:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a great time for visiting. Like I wrote down in the month ahead, I was talking about if you're able to go visit your childhood home, maybe you do a little drive-by, spend time with the older people in your family. Honor your roots, rest, and trust your intuition, because intuition is going to be stronger than ever as we have all these planets moving into water signs. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Let's pick some cards for you, and let's see what you need to know here, Cancer, for the month of June. Working with a couple different decks here. Morgan Greer. This is my new favorite one, The Magical Hours. Don't forget to go over and listen to the month ahead. I posted that recently, June month ahead. It's a really beautiful month. Okay, a lot smoother energy than we've been dealing with the past couple months. Okay, card number 1. The moon. Oh, lovely. This is, it's a little confusing in tarot because the moon in astrology is related to the sign Cancer, but in tarot, for some reason, it's related to Pisces. Either way, it's watery, it's intuitive. We know we have we have the new moon actually in Cancer this month. But this is a card of intuition, trusting, feeling, things being revealed to you. Sometimes the moon rules secrets. So you may maybe a theme. Let's see as we go along here. Six of Pentacles. So there's some kind of financial transaction going on. You know, I think of the moon a lot as like pulling in what it wants, right? When in astrology, the moon is related to marketing and kind of like advertising because it plays on people's emotions. It pulls them into whatever product's trying to be sold. And then I see the Six of Pentacles here and I see this financial transaction going on. So I think you're really pulling in what it is that you're looking for. Let's do this card first. There's the Three of Swords here. So we do have some old heartache showing up. And I think of the moon as also our subconscious mind. So there may be some things going on. Interesting how these women are veiled down there. I think there's just some old pain that's lingering around that you're ready to just let go of, to heal, to release. And it's a lot of maybe some mother wound or just some childhood stuff or stuff about how you were nurtured. So this is a great time to really nurture yourself. And you're kind of balancing the scales here and healing. It almost looks like she's pulling the sword out of her heart. So there's some kind of progress being made, identifying. I think what the secrets is that I think about the subconscious mind and how it runs like 90-something% of the show. And so we may be carrying stuff around that's like a secret to us we don't even realize. And now this month we get a chance to be able to like remove some of that old stuff. I talked about in the month ahead, please head over there to listen to the June month ahead, that this Sagittarius full moon is a great time to like take an old picture, maybe the original, or maybe make a photocopy and burn it so that you can release. If it's an old picture that like brings up like yucky feelings for you, maybe you want to release that. And that's kind of what I see here too. So take advantage of that full moon this month to do that. Here is the oracle card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and it says Blue Moon, the Unexpected. Card number 43. This is beautiful. Looks like there's friendship. There's love here. And there's something unexpected, and it feels like really warm and fuzzy. Let's see what the book has to say about card number 43. It says, no matter how well you plan, there is always room for the unexpected to occur. Build your resilience as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. Interesting that it's next to the old pain, balancing out the scales. Okay, so you may have somebody from your past showing up. It says in the old Farmer's Almanac, a blue moon was described as the third full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. Does that make sense? Blue moon was described as the third full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. The newer and now more accepted description is that a blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in one calendar month. Either way, it is a rare occurrence, as is inspired the saying, once in a blue moon. The energy and power of a blue moon can be best taken advantage of by setting intentions on those moons of things that you really want but have never felt could happen. I refer to big wishes, the almost miracle stuff we would both be delighted and surprised about if it manifests. Kind of sounds like Jupiter, doesn't it? So there could be surprises, and there could be, I think something's coming up to heal. That's what I get. So let's push that to the back, and let's just pull one more here. And it kind of flipped on its own. It's the 9 of Cups. And this is a cool 9 of Cups, because 9 of Cups is the Make-A-Wish card. You get a lot of things about hopes, dreams, wishes, all that. I definitely would encourage you to make moon water this month on the full and new moon, especially the new moon in Cancer, because, moon water is just the art of just, putting some water in a glass jar, like a mason jar, to cover it. Put it in a window, let it get charged up a couple days before the full or new moon and a couple days after. Also, maybe writing down some wishes or placing your order, as I like to say, to the universe. Because here you are, you have all these cups lined up, all these emotions lined up, like the crows in the background. If she has like a real Scorpio look to her, I think that her wish is to release some of the past. And it's almost like it's flying away. Okay. So I really think that you have a lot of healing, forward moving energy here. I think you're going to have a great opportunity to almost resolve something with someone from the past too. And that came up in the month ahead reading too, that this is a good month for that. There was a specific day listed in the month ahead, so I would go back and listen to that. All right, let's use these little Everyday Witch mini tarot deck. And let's pick a card for each day. We're flipping over on their own here. We're going to go week by week. And we're calling it 5 weeks in June. Let's see what we got. So week number 1, the Magician. Not a bad way to start off. With the Alchemist here, he teaches us anything and everything is possible. Definitely trusting intuition. Okay, so week 1, you got a lot of repetitive themes of like luck is on your side. This is your time. Make things happen. Manifest. It's really beautiful. Week 2, the 8th through the 14th, Page of Cups. It's almost like a clean slate or a blank canvas, right? Making your magic, making sure to take time to have fun. Page of Cups. Here we go into Father's Day week. High Priestess. Great cards. So she's ruled by the moon. She is a Cancer card. She is a divine feminine. She knows her power. She knows that she needs quiet time to connect, to hear her inner voice. She's card number 2, so she's a relationship number, okay? Kind of get the vibe if your father's on the other side. There's kind of like connection there and not leaving him out, even if he is just on the other side. 22nd week ahead, the Emperor. So you got 3 major arcanas out of these 4 weeks so far. The Emperor's the boss. He's got plans. And it looks like blueprints. Personally, like I said, I'm trying to get this kitchen done. And when I saw the Emperor, it was like, oh yeah, here it is. Like, here's the plans being drawn. Things are moving ahead. So this could apply for your life into many different projects. This is the week of the 29th. It goes into July 4th week. And you've got this beautiful 6 of Cups. There's a gift being given. This is a card of nostalgia. It's very forward-moving, positive emotions. So it's a really great card to see there. Okay, I love all these cards. I'm happy to see them all. Let's roll some dice here. And we got Saturn, Taurus, 12th house. Okay, 12th house is Pisces house, the house of, that's also called like the house of the subconscious mind. Saturn is like the lord of the zodiac, the planet of responsibility. And Taurus is all the valuable, beautiful stuff. So, and the 12th house is retreating. So you may want to like look at your spending. You also may want to look at, I think this kind of goes back into this unexpected visitor, unexpected people from the past healing something. Saturn is like, let's get this taken care of. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it has themes of relationships and value. And the 12th house is retreating and breaking karmic cycles. Okay, so I think this is a good thing. All right, let's put these towards the back. Let's get the charm bowl out, the big, gigantic charm bowl. Okay, let's see what we got. Just have fun with this. Looking for names, looking for anything that makes sense to you, okay? And I just love throwing it around. Let's see what letters we have. All my Scrabble letters. Looking for names, looking for anything that makes sense to you. Places, initials. Okay, so far I see the word told. There's a U down. I see the word you. Your, tour, T-O-U-R. And anything else? All right, let's start at the top. We have an O right up at the top. And up here it says Marvelwood School, founded in 1956. So we've got something there of structure, education up at the top. We have on the 2nd, the letter L. On the 4th, we have double T's. Oh, I have the word lotto, L-O-T-T-O. And lottery, do we have an E? Lottery? I would buy a lottery ticket, bottom line. Because you have Jupiter in your sign, you see the word lotto, go for it. Okay, we saw a lot of things about manifesting. Over here on the, let's see, the 5th, we have like a Mother Mary. On the 7th, it says protected or vulnerable. On the 7th. On the 8th, we have the letter D on top of that little page of, is that the Page of Cups? Yeah, Page of Cups. On the 11th, we have the letter I. And on the Friday the 13th, we have the number 22. And the 14th, we have the letter D. I see the word ditto, D-I-T-T-O. All right. Now, over here on the 16th, we've got a Queen's Crown. 16th, this is Father's Day week. 18th, the letter Y. And on the 21st, a little hammer. So maybe getting some work done there on the 21st. 25th, we have some eyeglasses, and the 26th says votes for women. 27th, the letter R. We get down here, we have a sailboat on the 30th. A little hot pepper here, which would be on like the 1st and 2nd of July. So things are a little spicy. Hope you're on vacation this week. I got the word O. An O on 1, 2, that's the 3rd, and an H on the 4th. I have the word hour, the word boy, and the word bold, B-O-L-D. A couple more letters down at the bottom here. I don't know if you can see those. Okay, and then we have a broom here, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and a heart there on the 5th. So down at the bottom, we have some labradorite, the letter B, the letter U, that'd be Boston University, Y, W-H-Y, in between B-U. We've got a moon connected here with the tree of life and an anchor. And I like that anchor is kind of like right at the bottom there, right where an anchor would be. So you're kind of grounded. You've got a sailboat, kind of given that maybe you're taking a vacation this last week here. There's a lot of great energy here, though. I like it. And I encourage you again to buy that lottery ticket. See some good stuff happening here. It's going to be a great year, Cancer. I am excited. I am definitely happy about Jupiter. Okay, let's give you some more dates, okay? Because I think I talked to you about when the moon was in your sign. Did I tell you that already? Cancer moon, Tuesday, June 24th, 11:44 p.m. through Friday the 27th, 2:05 a.m. Those are power times, plus you have that new moon on the 25th. But in addition to that, you rolled Saturn. So let's see when the moon is in Capricorn, which Saturn rules. And Saturn actually rules Aquarius too. So you get a little spell there on Wednesday the 11th at 9:55 p.m. through the 12th, Friday the 13th. Then the moon goes into Aquarius, 15th, 16th until 2:09 p.m. Then it continues because you did roll Pisces. So you got the 17th, the 18th, until 7:08 p.m. And then I'm just going to give you some Taurus dates, which is a beautiful weekend right after, right as summer solstice starts on the 20th, the moon moves into Taurus at 9:53 p.m. and it stays there all weekend until 10:57 p.m. on Sunday, the 22nd. These are power times for you, Cancer. Enjoy.